All right, welcome to another training. In this one, I'm going to give you the exact funnel that we use to book 5 to 6 calls per day for our 7K offer. And as a warning, as like a legit real warning, agency owners and coaches who implement this funnel will steal your clients if you don't implement this as well. Being serious, right? If you're like an organic marketing coach and you have a direct competitor and they implement this funnel and you don't, they will directly steal clients away from you. So if you've got like a 5K offer right now, 10K offer, 7K offer, whatever it may be, and you go ahead and implement this funnel over the next few days and obviously months and whatnot, you'll instantly be able to start signing more 7K, 10K, 5K, whatever the price point of your offer is. You'll instantly start signing more 7K, 10K paying full clients for your offer over the next few days. Literally, it can be that quick that it can start. Whereas if you don't implement this, those few clients that you could have signed over the next few days and of course over the next few weeks and months, you're not going to sign those, and those exact clients are going to go straight to your competitor if they implement this and you don't. That's how important this funnel is. And so with that being said, let me dive into the funnel because it's pretty important and powerful. Now, as a side note, again, if you want access to this entire doc right here, I recommend you get it because at the very end you can see, first of all, we're going to go so in depth in this training, but I'm actually going to give you this exact plug and play funnel template right here. So you can basically just plug this funnel, so you can basically just import this funnel straight into your ClickFunnels account and you can start running this funnel. And this exact funnel here that I've linked is the exact one that we're using right now. Literally exactly the one that we're using right now. That, as I say, is generating us anywhere from 5 to 6 calls a day for our 7K offer. Literally 2 days ago, we had an 18K day. Yesterday was another 10K day. And it was all directly from this funnel. So you'll be able to basically import this funnel directly to your ClickFunnels account. And on top of that, I'm even going to give you our exact email automation backend automations, email automations that we have. Basically, as soon as somebody opts in, they instantly get imported into these email automations right here. And I will honestly say probably 30% of the results that we get from this overall funnel, which is going to be the topic of this video, but around 30% of the results that we get from the overall funnel come directly from these email automations in the back end. So if you don't implement these exact email automations, your funnel is going to be 30% less effective overall. So you 100% want to import these directly into your funnel overall as well. Now, as I say, the way that you can get access to this doc so that you can get access to these email sequences as well as the funnel plug and play is by commenting the word leads down below. Okay, comment the word leads down below and someone on my team will shoot it over to you so you can get access to the entire doc. Now, let's get into the training. So what is the funnel? Well, the funnel is, this shouldn't say Facebook ad funnel. I just kind of gave that away. This should say the funnel that we use, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So the funnel is a Facebook group funnel. And you may have heard of this before. You may have not. But if you have, please stick around and watch to the end because the way that we're currently doing it right now is killing it. And we do it quite differently to how other people do it. So here's our ad account right now. You can see our exact audiences that we're targeting. It's not that much spend. We're probably spending like $200 a day right now. So it's not much at all. But you can see here right now, we're getting around $22 a lead. Bear in mind, this ad account is, first of all, it's a brand new ad account. And second of all, it is in Australian dollars. So it's probably like maybe $17 a lead, $15 a lead, maybe in US. I'm not too sure what it is, but this is Australian dollars, so it's a little bit higher. But as I say, this is the exact funnel that we're using. And we do it very differently to how other people do it. So we start off with the offer. Okay, so basically what the Facebook group funnel is you run an ad to a landing page, and then that landing page collects the email, name, and phone number of the prospect. And then from that landing page, they then get redirected to a Facebook group, which is what you're in right now. This is our Facebook group. They get redirected to a Facebook group where they request to join that group. And upon the request of them joining that group, you yourself, or ideally a setter, then reaches out to that group join. And then also, obviously, you let them inside the group. And then inside the group, you have a content cadence that you stick to. So like a content calendar. And that's where you start to nurture that audience inside your group. And then obviously at every point, at the opt-in, at the group join, as well as the content nurture section, you're always optimizing for a book call. And we're using ads on the front end to generate a high level of top of funnel traffic and basically converting that cold traffic into a group join, into a warm, qualified prospect who's ready to buy your offer through a myriad of different nurture mechanisms. And then obviously that's when they go ahead and book in a call, and they've already kind of been pre-sold to buy your offer because of all of the nurture that's happened within the funnel. So let me explain how this works. So first of all, you need a secret offer. Okay, so this is what's going to get you the actual opt-in on the front end. This is what's going to make somebody see your ad and want to click on your ad and like go through the funnel, right? You've got to have something, you've got to have some kind of leverage that's going to get them, because this person has no idea who you are. So you've got to convert them into an opt-in and get them to join the group. How are you going to do that? Well, it's by virtue of a secret offer. Okay. Now you want the offer, as I say, to have a kind of secrecy around it. So there's an Agora copywriter called Bill Bonner. Hopefully I'm saying his name right? And he said that a secret connects to a deep instinct in people to feel that there are secrets to things. Okay. Now, if you know what everyone knows, then you're like everyone. Right? If you know what everyone knows, then you're like everyone else, right? There's nothing that differentiates you. However, if you want an edge, then you need to know things that not everybody knows, right? When you, and so, that is what gives you an edge, right? And this is deeply embedded into humans, right? And so we're just playing into that, okay? So when you see somebody rich, what's the first thing that you normally ask them? Or what's the first thing that you normally ask yourself? Or then you ask them what their secret is. What's the secret? How are you rich? What's the secret? If you see somebody who's shredded and jacked and it's like your dream body, right? They're shredded, they're jacked. It's just exactly what you want. You don't ask them like, I don't know, another example, but you don't ask them anything other than, what's your secret? Or you think to yourself, what's his secret? What is he doing differently, right? That's deeply embedded into humans. So for example, I got this example out of the book, Great Leads by Michael Masterson. It's a great book. I highly recommend to read it. An example he gave of a secret lead in there was closed to new investors for the last 6 years, now open again. The Chaffee royalty program that turned $1 into $50. I mean, how good of a headline is that? And, I think I'm saying that right again, Chaffee. But anyway, the pronunciation isn't what matters here. What matters is how good this headline is. And it's all centered around this Chaffee royalty program. And it's like, what is that? You have no idea what that is. It's a secret. And you want to know what it is. You want to know what the secret is. And the secret is this, but you don't know what it is. So what does that do? Well, that makes the reader want to continue consuming the message because he or she wants to know what the fuck a Chaffee royalty program is. Right? And the secret also must be attached to a huge benefit that your ideal client wants. You can't just say a secret and then that secret doesn't lead to anything. Again, the huge benefit of you seeing somebody rich and then wondering or asking what the secret is, you want to know the secret because you want the huge benefit, which is somebody who's really rich. Same thing, if you want a really jacked physique or super, shredded physique, the big benefit is a shredded physique and you want to know the secret that's going to enable you to get that physique. It's the same thing in your ad, right? The secret must be attached to a huge benefit that your ideal client specifically wants. So for example, the Chaffee royalty program here in this headline is the secret. That's the secret. But the huge benefit is that turned every $1 into $50, right? So if you just seen this, the Chaffee, check out the Chaffee royalty program, you're not going to really give a fuck about it, right? You're like, well, whatever, right? But because that's tacked on, or what's tacked onto this is this huge benefit that everybody wants, that makes, that hooks people in, they want to keep reading. One of the examples of the ads that we're running right now, I'm going to show you our exact ads in here in a minute as well later on in the training. But one of the leads that we have for one of our angles is don't pay a penny for this scorecard guide, which is the secret. Don't pay a penny for this scorecard guide, secret, until you sign at least 5 new high ticket clients using it. So that's the huge benefit for my specific ideal client. And then this is the secret. Now, as I say, that's a huge benefit. Now here, I could be more specific with the outcome, so it aligns tighter with my true ideal client. But initially, I'm trying to go for everyone, and then I'm going to filter down, and then I'm going to qualify. I don't want to hyper qualify initially before I've proven the funnel itself. So I'm going to go broader, and then I'm going to narrow it down. So now that I've kind of got this funnel, at least not this funnel. Obviously the funnel's validated, but I mean this specific ad angle is kind of validated. Now I'm gonna hyper specify this. So now I could go even more specific and go until you sign at least 15K PIF, pay in full, that further qualifies that, my ideal client knows what a PIF is, what a PIF is, but not everybody knows that. So it's gonna qualify those it's gonna disqualify certain types of people, right? Anyway, I'm gonna hyper qualify that, but you can see secret tacked on to a huge benefit, okay? So that's a secret offer. And you want to come up with something of that nature, right? So that you can use that in your headline, which is going to hook people in. Next is the offer itself. So for the actual offer itself, the only way you're going to make this funnel work from all point of views, meaning, a good cost per opt-in, a good cost per book call, and a good overall ROI, like you're actually running a funnel that's profitable. The only way you're going to make it work is by making the offer not only something that your ideal client wants, obviously, but also making it crazy fucking valuable. Okay? So for example, Now, by the way, these examples here, this isn't what you would call it. This isn't the secret. This is just the actual deliverable, right? So if you have, for example, this training right here, I might whip this up into an offer for a Facebook group funnel, right? I might change this training right here and put it into an offer for an ad. But if you was to do a complete guide on setting up a Facebook group funnel, then in the offer itself, you want to go into deep detail on everything that's required to achieve that specific outcome. So offer to use, ad creation, funnel creation, right? Give your funnel away as I'm doing in this training, right? Which, by the way, again, if you want access to our exact funnel right here, as well as access to our exact email automations that you can just literally import straight into your funnel specifically, comment the word leads below and we'll send it over to you, okay? As I say, funnel creation, setting calls, right? How do you actually take all these leads that you're getting and turn them into set calls, book calls, right? All the tech behind it, right? Including back-end email automation. Give everything away. Even though you're gonna be doing all of this for free, because the prospect's gonna get access to the offer for free, it's going to, honestly, it's gonna be the thing in the back end that actually is what's gonna get you the result. Okay. If you try and cheap out on this and try and save all the valuable shit for the paid offer that you're going to eventually, provide to the client, hopefully, no one will convert on it because they're like, your front thing was shit. But if your front thing is amazing, the initial offer that they get is like, oh my God, this is crazy good. Then guess what they're going to do? They're going to buy the back end, right? Next is that, sign your first or next 5 clients. Well, here you would give the word for word scripts. You would give exact offer creation strategies. You would give copy and paste templates, etc. Okay. Handle any objection and get the close, right? If this was the offer, then you would give exact scripting, exact tonality, end-to-end call breakdowns where you break down real life sales calls and go through what they should have done differently, how they should have changed this, what they should have said here, etc. Do live calls. So actually give them access to a real life sales call where you implemented this exact thing, if that was your offer, right? If your offer is to help people increase monthly profit from YouTube by 200%, for example, then, give them full video ideas, give them exact scripting frameworks at every minute and every second of the video. Just go so deep with the value that you give, right? Complete thumbnail breakdowns, live thumbnail creation, live editing, right? Show you editing a real life YouTube video in real time, exactly what it is that you do. Show you creating a real life thumbnail, right? Give all of these things away so that it becomes ridiculously valuable, and that's what's going to get them to convert into a book call for your main for your main offer, and then that's what's going to allow you to actually sell them only if this front thing is really valuable, okay? And the way that you can deliver these as well, by the way, is in a myriad of different forms, such as you can do a Google Doc just like this, or you can do a course, etc. Like our scorecard guide, which is the one that we're running with right now, is a Kajabi course. So so when they opt in, I zap them into the actual Kajabi course in the back end. It's a full-fledged course, right? And it's for free and it's ridiculously valuable, okay? So that's the offer itself. Now with the Facebook ads itself, you got basically 3 main areas. You've got the copy, you got the creative and the media buying, and then you've got the KPI specifically. So with the copy, you wanna, first of all, this isn't a copy framework. These are just a couple things that you wanna be making sure that you're getting across in the ad itself. So first of all, you wanna have a secret lead with a huge benefit, which is, for example, this is again the one that we are running with, right? Don't pay a penny for this scorecard guide until you sign at least 5 new high ticket clients with it. Now this is a quote, by the way, by Clayton Makepeace, okay? It's such a good quote, right? The only reason any rational human being ever purchases anything is to derive a benefit from it. That means any scrap of sales copy that fails to clearly, dramatically, empathetically, credibly, and repeatedly present the benefits of a product is destined to fail miserably, right? That's such a good quote because it's so true. So that's why we always want to have a secret lead. So something that's going to build curiosity, but also have a huge benefit towards it, or with it, I should say, right? For example, this is a secret lead. It builds curiosity. But if the Chaffee Royalty program was just on its own, it was like, hey, check out this Chaffee Royalty program. What's that? Like, who's going to read that? Nobody. But if you go the Chaffee Royalty program that turned every $1 into $50, that's tacked on a huge benefit. And now you're like, what is this, right? So the second thing that we want to go through is a benefit stack. So you want to go through the benefit of the benefit. Right? So again, this is really playing into this quote. So you go, secret lead with a huge benefit, and then you go into what the benefit of that benefit is. So then don't use this word for word, but this shows you how it looks into an actual framework. So it would be download the guide so that you can benefit, which will ultimately mean benefit. So what this could be is the first benefit is what they think they want. Okay, this is what they think they want. And then the second benefit is what they really want. So for example, if I was to use this and I was to go download the guide so that you can get more clients, right? So that you can get more clients, which ultimately means you'll be able to hit 100K in the next 90 days. What they really want is the 100K, right? They don't want clients, but they think they want clients. But the only reason they think they want clients is because what they think is that clients means the ticket to their ultimate goal of 100K a month, or just overall really it's just making more money, right? When it comes down to its most basic form for my specific offer, it's just that they just want to make more money. That's what it really comes down to. And they just think that getting more clients is going to be the thing that's going to actually get them more money, right? But if I could give something to my audience where they don't need to sign another client and they're still going to make money, they will want that. So they don't actually want clients, they just want the money. So as I say, you want to go download the guide so that you can benefit they think they want, which will ultimately mean the benefit that they really, really, really want, right? And then finally, you want to go into a reason why. You always want to give a reason why, especially when you're giving something away for free that is really valuable. If you're giving away something for free that's really valuable, inevitably your audience is not going to default to like, oh my God, I need this. They're going to default to, what's the catch? Why is he giving this away for free? Like, what's going on here? And so a reason why basically diffuses that objection. And if you give a real, honest, transparent reason why, it can actually massively increase your conversions. Let me give you an example. So as I say, the offer you give away for free should be so ridiculous that people are inevitably going to feel as though that there's a catch. Okay? And so you must address this by giving a reason why. So for example, this is actually, I copy pasted this out of an ad that we're currently running. Right? It's currently running right now. And the reason why I go, so I basically open up with a secret lead with a huge benefit, etc. And then I go, now, before you ask me why am I giving away this for free, let me answer it for you. If you use the scorecard guide, I know you'll sign at least 5 new high ticket clients for your done for you or coaching offer. And when you do sign at least 5 ticket clients using the scorecard guide, I'd hope you'd become a private client, which we do charge for. So now after you read that, you're like, okay, I get now what the catch is. But really what he's gonna do is actually get me this initial result so that he can then basically charge me, or so that I will then give him money. But in that sentence, it's like, well, it implies that I'm gonna get them the initial result that they really want. And so if I imply that they, my ideal client, they really want this ideal result, this is the benefit that they really want, 5 new high ticket clients for their done for you or coaching offer. They really want this. And so by me giving this reason why of like, once you sign those 5 clients, then I'd hope you become a private client of ours, which we do charge for. It implies that they're gonna get this initial benefit that they really, really want. And so guess what they do at that point? They click the ad, they opt in, they become a group member, and they get inside of the audience. They become a lead. That's it. Okay, so that's a copy. Again, that's not an exact copy structure, right? But there's a couple big ideas that you want to be making sure that you're covering in your copy, especially for a free offer. Next is the creative. So there's 2 main types of creatives. Obviously, you've got static images and whatnot, but a couple that I've seen personally work really well is number 1, a front-facing video. So you want to call out a specific audience. You want the secret lead with a huge benefit, just like we do in the copy. You want a benefit stack, again, just like we do in the copy. And then you want to say something along the lines of, to get access to this, click the link below. It's going to take you to, and you also want to future pace what's on the next page, because that then decreases friction, which increases throughput. Okay, so if you go click the ad to get access to super beneficial thing, or you could go, because it's a secret, you could go, click the ad to find out more about what the specific secret is, because then that's going to, again, build a lot of curiosity, and they're going to probably click the ad, right? But also, as I say, you want to explain what's going to happen on the next page. So I always say, click the ad, it's going to take you to an opt-in page, right? And the only reason I say opt-in page is because I know that my ideal client knows what an opt-in page is. If you're in a niche where your ideal client doesn't really know what an opt-in page is, I wouldn't say that, because that's going to confuse them, and confused prospects don't buy. Okay, so I say click the ad, it's going to take you to an opt-in page. On the opt-in page, I'm going to ask you for your name, your phone number, and your email. Please submit that, and then I'm going to send you the scorecard to your email, to your number, whatever it is, right? I explain what happens, okay? So that's the first type, and then you've got another type of creative as well that works well, which is a mock-up. So these work really well, okay? Now, if it's a guide or a thesis, you can create a mock-up book. So like, for example, if I was to turn this into like a offer, right, this doc right here, instead of me saying, hey, get this Google Doc, I'll say, get this free, book, right? Because a book, the perceived value of a book is so much more valuable. And it can just be an ebook. You don't have to create an actual book, just an ebook. And all an ebook is basically taking this Google Doc right here and going file, and then going download, and then go PDF document. And that really is an ebook. So it's not, you don't have to do anything, but again, it's that perceived value. That perceived value increases so much. Also, something else that I thought was really cool is we have a client, he's probably watching this video right now, won't say names, but if you want to comment, dude, go ahead and comment. He's currently at around 150K a month. And by the way, he only runs this funnel. This exact funnel that I'm walking you through right now, this is all he's doing. No other funnel, he's doing 150K a month just from this one funnel. And what he does in his creatives is he actually created a book. It's like almost like a pamphlet in a way. It's not like an actual, hardback book, but it's like laminated and stuff. It looks really good. And he leverages that in his creatives. And then again, when somebody opts in, they don't get an actual book. They just get an ebook, just a PDF download. Okay. But again, that increases the perceived value so much. Okay. And then we've got obviously media buying. So the media buying for this, honestly, super simple. You want one angle per campaign. You want it to be a CBO. Inside of each campaign, you want around 3 to 5 audiences. Try and keep them similar sizes try and keep them, the audiences in similar size. Because usually if you do a CBO and you have one ad set that is, or one audience that's 10 million, and you have another audience that's 500,000, then the 10 million audience, most of the time in a CBO, will just steal all the budget. So the 500,000 audience won't even get a chance. So try and keep the audience sizes similar so they all get an even distributed spend. And then within each ad set, within each audience, have around 5 to 8 ads. You can do these dynamic or normal. We're currently running with dynamic because all of the inputs, so the text, the creatives, the headlines, it's all around the same angle. So if they get mixed and matched, it still makes sense because it's all around the same overarching angle. As I say, yeah, all of these ads are just different expressions of the same angle because it's in one campaign. And then the next campaign is going to be a different angle, so you can do a different set of ads, right? And the KPIs for the funnel is 1.5% CTR, right? 3% CTR all, and then you want around a $5 to $20 cost per lead, depending on your industry. Some industries are a lot more saturated, like mine, so I'm always gonna be paying on the higher end. Again, I'm paying on average right now, $22 a lead over the last few days. It's not the last 7 days, it's only the last few days that we've had this new ad account up and running. We got 46 leads, we spent 1,000, and we're at $23 a lead. But again, this is Australian, so we're between $15 and $20 a lead US right now, and that's what you wanna be. And then if you're in a super untapped niche, then you could be probably seeing leads for around $5 to $10, okay? So that is the media buying, that is the Facebook ads and whatnot. Now, I wanna go into the funnel real quick here. So again, click this link, all right? Comment the word leads down below. You'll get access to this doc, and then you'll be able to click this link, and this link will just import the entire funnel directly into your ClickFunnels account. But the funnel that we're currently using right now is this right here. So it's /guide. So this is where we're sending all traffic to, right? By the way, let me just quickly pull up the backend ClickFunnels. By the way, this exact funnel, which again, you can access by clicking this link right here, which comment the word leads down below if you want to get access to it. This exact funnel that you can get access to that we're running right now, not only has, by the way, some custom code on it. So this phone number right here, you can see that there's this area code and whatnot. So if I try and put in a fake number here, right? See how it says invalid number? If you have if you just do a normal ClickFunnels based field for the phone number, you can put in anything there and it's still gonna accept it, and they're gonna be able to opt in. Whereas right now I can't opt in because it's an invalid number. So I have to put in a valid number. And that's by some custom code, which again, you'll naturally have by importing this funnel right here, okay? But this overall funnel right now is operating at a 33% opt-in rate on cold traffic. 33% opt-in rate on cold traffic. It crushes it. 25% is typically, where you want to be. 20% is like industry average. This is right now at 33%. It kills it, okay? So we send traffic right here, okay? We basically just restate the claim. Don't pay a penny for this guide. I need to change this to a scorecard guide because I've been testing a couple different angles at the ad level. We've got some ads running that say setter guide. We've got other ads running that say scorecard guide. But overall, we restate the claim. Don't pay a penny for this guide until it doubles your MRR, right? Click the button below to enter in your info, and we'll text you the full guide instantly. Click here to get access. They input their information. Let me just do an actual number. See, it says valid there by that custom code. So now get access. So then I opt in, and then I say here, important, please watch the below video. And then I say to access the scorecard guide, watch the below video, right? And then basically in this video, I let them know what's happened. So I say, hey, you've just opted in. Thank you so much. Check your emails, because you would have received the scorecard guide to your emails. And then what I do in this video, and by the way, you can just watch this video. It's scaleclients.io/access-guide. Okay, so you can watch this video and see exactly what I say, but I also give them something else of super high value. I say, hey, go ahead, click the button below to join our free mastermind group, which is this group right here, right? Scale Clients Community. I'll go click the link below to join that free mastermind group. And if you join, I'm gonna send you over our exact word for word outbound call script. So that gives them, again, another huge benefit to then go ahead and join the group. I used to run this funnel where I say opt in to get the guide. And then in this video, I would say, go ahead, click join the Facebook group to ultimately get the guide, right? So it's like an extra step, and people got pissed off at that. So now what I do is as soon as they opt in, that automatically triggers the zap where I send them access to the guide that you actually opted in for. And then in this video, I say, awesome, you've already got the guide, you've got it all. But also, if you would like an additional super beneficial thing, which is our exact word for word outbound call script that we use to book in over 100 calls a month, go ahead, click the link below, join, I call it a mastermind group, it's just a Facebook group. Again, I'm trying to increase the perceived value there. Go ahead, join that group, and from there, we'll send you over that word for word outbound call script so that you can go ahead and book in 100 calls yourself each and every month. That's basically all we do. And then they click this link right here, and then they come straight to the Scale Clients Community Facebook group, and then they'll request to join. Obviously, I'm already in the group, so I don't need to request to join, but they'll request to join. And then you can see there's 7 people in here already today. It's currently 8 a.m. But yeah, as I say, people, they'll go ahead and request to join the group. And then from there, on that group request, that is now where we'll go ahead and also set them, which I'm going to get into here in a minute in the training. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, you can import this funnel directly into your ClickFunnels account by commenting the word leads below, and then you can access it right here. So final thing that I want to go through here is setting. Okay, so how do we take all of these leads that are opted in for all this good stuff? How do we take those people and turn them into an actual book call? Because ultimately, that is what actually matters. Right? We don't want just leads taking our free stuff, taking stuff for free and then that's it. We want to turn those people into booked sales calls so that then you can ultimately sell them on whatever your offer is, right? Yes, of course. So how do we do that? Well, there's a few ways that we do it. Number one is we outbound dial and text the opt-ins. So when somebody opts in right here, as I showed you before, guide, we have their information. So when somebody goes click here to get access to the guide, they input their name, their email, as well as their phone number. That information then gets zapped into Slack and lets us know that we have a new lead. And also that information gets zapped into our outbound dialing software, and we text them. This is the flow here that we use, right? As soon as they opt in, we text them within ideally 60 seconds of them opting in. So you have your setter literally sat in your outbound dial SMS software and just waiting for new leads to come in. As soon as a new lead comes in, instantly we message them within 60 seconds of them opting in to 5 minutes max. You don't want to go past 5 minutes. There was a case study done where they found, I think it was Harvard, they found that if you hit a new lead up within 5 minutes of them opting in, you have a 21x higher conversion rate, 21 times higher conversion rate than if you was to hit them up. I think it was within the first hour or something. 21 times higher if you hit them within the first 5 minutes. Okay, so you need to hit them up in that 5 minutes. So we text them, as I say, around 60 seconds of them opting in. Now, if they don't answer the text, then we actually call them. We outbound dial them. And again, this is still within 5 minutes of them opting in. Okay, so right now it's 8:17 for me. So if somebody opts in right now, we'll text them before it turns 8:18, pretty much, right? And then by 8:22, if they've still not responded to the text, then at 8:22, so in 5 minutes, we'll outbound call them, okay? And then obviously we have an exact outbound call script there that we use to convert them into a book call. Right now, our head setter who's doing all of our outbound calls converts 70 to 80% of the outbound calls he takes. So if he takes 10 calls, he'll set 7 to 8 of those calls on average. It's kind of crazy, right? Now, if they don't answer the initial text or they don't answer the call, which will happen, then what we do is we put them into a 24-hour SMS follow-up sequence. Okay, and then we also put them into something that's called a power dialer, which you've got access to on things like Kixi or Alloy, but that's a whole nother training, so I'm not going to get into that. But that's what we do here. Okay, that's as soon as they opt in right here. Okay, and obviously this is where we're sending all of the traffic to that we're running in the ads. We're sending them all to this page right here, so they opt in and then we outbound call, outbound dial, right? And then also, when they get to the group here and they go ahead and request to join the group, well, that is a group join. And after the prospect requests to join the group, we will accept it and then instantly send them a friend request and DM them. We will then instantly accept and send them a friend request and then we'll DM them once they request to join the group. So for example, if I open this up here, my setter might have already ran through everyone and done everyone already. Okay, it's not. So like, for example, this guy here, Adrian, okay? We'll go ahead and we'll go and oh, we're already friends, right? So if we wasn't, we'll go send friend request, and then we'll go approve, and then we'll instantly go message, and we'll DM instantly as soon as we accept, right? And we'll usually, at that point, we'll lead with value. Okay, so this is like a typical script. Now, obviously you'd want to change this depending on the context of your funnel. If you've got like an offer that's, you know, like 5 steps to signing 5 clients or whatever the offer is, then you would reach out and then you would say something like, yo name, just added you to the Facebook group, man. Really excited to have you in. Wanted to personally reach out and welcome you in. Saw that you wanted X, right? Did you get it? Right, so you go, saw that you wanted those 5 steps to signing your next 5 clients. Did you get it? Now, obviously, most of the time, you know that they've not got it because the only way that they can get it is if you send it over to them. And so that's going to prompt them to respond and say, hey, thanks so much. No, I didn't actually receive it yet. And then that opens up the conversation. An issue that most people fall into with this is they'll go, hey, just accepted you into the group. Here's the thing that you wanted, right? So here's the 5 steps to signing 5 clients. You know, they just send the thing. And then guess what? You've lost all leverage in that conversation, in that interaction, because you've given them exactly what it is that they want. So they don't really need to respond. And then it's very hard to strike up a conversation that way. But if you say, did you get it? You know that they didn't get it. So then that's going to prompt them to respond. And then from there, you can then engage in a back and forth conversation, which can then eventually move into a set call. Okay. And as a side note, always send one message and then send it after. So go, yo name, send. Just wanted to add you into the group, man. I'm really excited to have you in. Send, right? It's just helps the algorithm, not the algorithm, sorry, it helps the spam stuff. And also it has a much higher response rate because it's so much more natural, okay? If you just send one block of text, nobody's gonna answer that, okay? And as I say, from here, then we have more scripts that we use to then convert this conversation into a set, which is just ultimately a book call, okay? Now, final thing here is you also have the content nurture. So nurturing through content. Now, if after the outbound dialing and SMS sequence and the group join conversation, the prospect for whatever reason still hasn't booked in a call, well, it's fine because now you've got them inside your Facebook group, right? And so now, as I say, they're in your group and they will now continue to get nurtured by your content for however long it takes them for them to convert. So if it takes them 3 months to convert, that's fine because your content, you know, you should have a really good content schedule for your group, and that content should be routinely nurturing everybody inside your group. And then eventually, you know, once they're ready to buy, they will then obviously respond to a piece of content. They'll directly outbound DM you, whatever it may be, and they'll become a client, right? So hopefully that makes sense. And then finally, we have the email automations in the back end. So again, as soon as somebody opts in here, they then automatically, by virtue of opting in, they get enrolled into an email sequence, right? Sorry, an email automation, okay? And so on top of all of this that we're doing, right? On top of all of this, outbound dialing, texting, group joins, DMing them on social, and your content that you're just automatically going to nurture them. On top of all of that, they're also, when they opt into your funnel, they also automatically get added into an email automation, which optimizes for the set. And as I said before, right now, we're probably seeing around 30% of the results that we're getting from this entire funnel. 30% of those book calls, so 3 out of every 10 book calls are coming from the email automation in the back end, which is crazy. So if we wasn't to have these exact email automations here, which by the way, you can import directly into your account, we use ActiveCampaign, so you can import these directly into your account by just clicking on these links. Again, if you want to get access to the doc to import these email automations, comment the word leads down below and we'll send it over to you. But just from these 2 email automations in the back end, if we weren't to have that in place, our funnel would be 30% less profitable, which is crazy, especially at scale. So for every 100K, you wouldn't have gotten 30K of that. So for every 100K, if you didn't have these email automations in place, you would only collect 70K. Crazy, okay? So that's what we have on top of everything else as well. So that is the Facebook group funnel that we're using right now to book 5 to 6 calls a day for our 7K offer. And again, if you don't implement it and your competitors do, as a warning, they will directly steal clients away from you. So just implement it. It works. It works so well. If you implement on each step exactly as we went through, secret offer, you have a good secret. It's not like, don't do like ABC system using our ABC system. That's a fake offer. Everybody knows it, right? This is a really good offer because it's like, you think this is legit. It's like, what's the Chaffee royalty program? And I'm probably sure you just watching this right now are like, yeah, what actually is that, right? And then also making sure that your deliverable on the offer is super valuable and making sure that you've obviously got good copy, You got good creatives. The media buying honestly is super simple. And then of course, making sure that you've got good appointment setters or yourself, you're good at setting the calls, outbound dialing, texting opt-in, etc. Okay. And then of course, having your email automation set up in the back end. So use it, implement it because it works so tremendously well. And again, if you want access to this exact doc, get access to these exact automations, plug and play funnels so you can just directly import it into your accounts. Comment the word leads below and we'll send it over to you. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next training.